This is MRN Out Loud, brought to you by Hercules Tires.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of MRN Out Loud. I'm Woody Cain. We're headed to Kansas Speedway this weekend, and the Motor Racing Network has a triple header for you. ARCA Menards Series action, also the Camping World Truck Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series, all from Kansas Speedway this weekend. On this episode, Matt Crafton, the three-time truck champ, will join us. His last victory was at Kansas Speedway a year ago. He'll talk about that, his season to date, and his daughter, Elodie, beginning her young racing career. A little bit later on, William Byron will join us to talk about Sunday's Cup race, the Bushy McBush Race 400. That's right, I'm not making that up. William is up to fourth in the overall standings. He has 8 top 10 finishes in 10 races. That ties him with Denny Hamlin for the lead in that category. Up next, Matt Crafton, then William Byron. Stay with us.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there no matter where the road takes you. Go to HerculesTires.com. There you can find the nearest authorized Hercules retail location to you. Plus, you can use the tire tracker to find out which Hercules tire fits your vehicle the best. That's HerculesTires.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Matt Crafton is with us now. He drives the number 88 Menards Toyota Tundras at Thor Sport Racing. He's 5th in the standings. 3 top 10s on the season so far, Matt, but I guess the bigger deal is no horrible finishes. You haven't slammed into the wall or broken or anything like that, and really, that's how you stay in contention, isn't it?
Yeah, but Richmond was a heartbreaker. I mean, we were definitely a lot better than what we ended up there. I mean, we rolled the dice. We want to try to win the race, and we played a strip pit strategy call, and it really bit us. But at the end of the day, we win as a team, we lose as a team. So, and then we really, really missed it on the setup wise at Bristol, just because we raced during the day and we did not think it was going to do that. And if that race would have been at night, I mean, I think you'd have saw a lot different race, and it wouldn't have dried out near as quick. And yeah, in my opinion, you'd have saw a little bit more side by side racing.
Well, that was just a wild one all around, you know, with all the rain, and then the sun makes it dry out too quick, and then it gets dusty. I mean, you had like all 4 seasons in one race, I think.
Oh, it was painful. I mean, I've never been on a racetrack where I couldn't see that bad. I mean, or not being able to see it. If somebody was stopped in front of you, if you were almost touching somebody's bumper, you could see a silhouette of the truck. And if they got half truck length ahead of you, they were gone. So I always kept telling myself, just don't wreck getting in the 3. Don't wreck getting in 3, because you're going to get smoked, because they're not even going to have a chance to check up.
All right, well, let's look ahead a little bit to this weekend. You won at Kansas Speedway a year ago. You've got 3 wins in your career at that track. And at one point, I looked this up. You might be surprised, but I did some homework. From 2016 to 2013 to 2016, you had either first or second in 4 straight races there. What is it that you love about Kansas?
It widens out, and that's what every race car driver wants. You don't just want a racetrack where everybody paints around the white line and it's tough to pass. And I feel that always follows or fits my driving style the best, and being able to adapt to the situation. If the bottom's not working, you got the middle, you can run the different seams, and you can make the vehicle handle different using the seams on the racetrack. That's kind of what I've found. Yes, it is 1.5 miles, but I always compared it to like Irwindale, because Irwindale has the seams, and I always remember being able to race that place. And if your car wasn't handling quite the way you wanted it to be, and you could use the seams, and you really can use the seams to your advantage at that place.
Now, when people see that, what you're talking about, there's little blacker patches over the track, and you wouldn't think you could hook a race vehicle on that and let it help you. Is it that substantial that you can kind of get a little help there?
Oh yeah, it can help you or hurt you without a doubt. I mean, there's a lot there, and it's just learning how to use those seams and how try not to make it hurt you at the end of the day.
Now, it's coming up on 10 years since Kansas was repaved. So take us through these last almost 10 years and tell me how the track has changed over the years. You mentioned it widening out, but what was it like right after the repave versus today?
Oh, right after the repave. I mean, not gonna lie, I got beat up pretty bad on that, because I remember racing Rockingham And then we were going there the following week, and I said something in the media center and said something. It was going to be a follow the leader race. It was so wide of a racetrack here at Rockingham. And then I went the next week and won the thing. And there I said, well, what about that single lane racetrack now? So I won't say that stuff anymore. But it's been great. I mean, I always say it's just like me. It keeps getting better with age.
That's fantastic. Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the bigger picture. You at Thor Sports switched to Toyotas this year. You're off to a great start as an organization. And going forward, you've got some pretty good tracks coming up, Darlington, then the new one at Coda. Where do you assess not only your performance, but the team's performance so far? I know it's a little early yet, but man, it seems like things are going well.
Yeah, we've been good, but we haven't been great. And Toyota TRD, they gave us all the tools to be able to get us up to speed as well as we were. And when we switched last time from Toyota and went to the other manufacturer, it took us a lot longer to make that change, and we struggled for a full year. And it just shows you the tools and everything that Toyota and TRD give you to make the switch over as seamless as possible. And that's what they've done an amazing job at that. And that's why I think you've seen the whole organization just be that much better from the gate, right out of the gate at Daytona.
Now, you and I talked a long time ago about you're a sushi guy, but I wonder, going to Kansas City, are you a barbecue guy? Do you have a favorite place or two that you go there, or are you not into barbecue that much?
I'm not into barbecue at all. It's just one of my, I mean, barbecue chicken. And that, I'm not on the pulled pork stuff. I mean, it's okay, take it or leave it. I'm either sushi or Mexican food.
Wow. Okay. Well, I imagine there's plenty of that around Kansas City as well, as big a place as it is. But let's talk a little bit about something near and dear to your heart. Elodie, is she driving yet? Is she in college yet? Is she dating yet? And you're standing at the door kind of screening guys. What's going on with young Miss Elodie, your daughter?
Yeah, it was her birthday yesterday. She turned 8, and she still says that she's going to live with her dad forever because she don't want to hang out with boys. And I'm like, geez, so thank you. So as a dad, that's a great thing to hear. I mean, she loves hanging out with dad and doing all the fun things that we do. So she wants to live with me forever, she says. So that's great. I did buy her one of the Outlaw carts, box stops that we're going to go run at Millbridge. She's had a quarter midget, and she was the age where she'd take it or leave it. And we practiced with it, and I never pushed her to do it, but she's seen it more and more. So she's ready to do it. So I bought her one, and I'm spending the money. So hopefully she wants to do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays now.
So now you've got a team owner hat as well. Or is she coachable? Are you giving her some advice, or does she give you that eye roll and go, "Oh, Dad"?
Oh my God. I'm going to take a lot of flack on this, but she's a woman. It's hard to tell them what to do. And I went and watched her baseball or t-ball game last night, and I've got my hands full because she struck out. And from that point on, when she struck out, and then the next one, she hit a triple, but she was in such a bad mood the rest of that game after striking out. And I'm like, oh my God, what if she qualifies bad or has bad practice? I mean, you might as well load the thing up and go home. So she's going to be a handful. And now I talked Lauren into letting us just buy a brand new box stock cart because I got a 7 or 8 month old son now. So I can just pass it on to him as well.
That's economics at work right there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's dad logic. It's dad logic getting the best right now.
It works the best. Absolutely. Well, Matt, we look forward to a good race this weekend at Kansas Speedway, and then follow it up at Darlington, and then Coda coming up down the road. So it seems like right there where you need to be in 5th. If you can get that win, you'll make a big statement.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we will. I feel very confident being able to get a win here before the playoffs start and be able to roll and be able to shoot for another championship.
All right, Matt, we appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't forget the Wise Power 200 Camping World Truck Series race comes your way at 7 o'clock Eastern Time Saturday night. We want to thank Matt Crafton. Up next, William Byron will join us to preview the Bushy McBush Race 400 from Kansas.
Sir, are you aware you were going 40 miles an hour? This is a residential area.
Sure, but I'm on my lawnmower? Wait, am I getting a ticket?
No, I've just never seen anyone top 9 miles an hour on one of those bad boys. And mow their entire lawn in 30 seconds? What got into you?
Well, it did fuel up at Sunoco this morning.
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. We've been doing it for American racing for over 50 years. Fuel your best.
Kansas was a solid track for you in 2020, a 10th place and an 8th place run there, two solid top 10s. How do you describe that track in terms of the other mile and a half? Because the old rumor is, oh, they're all just mile and a half tracks and they're all the same.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not. You know, I feel like Kansas is probably the most similar to Vegas. But even in that aspect, it's got less grip than Vegas. So I think, you know, it depends on the weather for sure. It's very temperature sensitive racetrack, but it's really racy. You've got to be able to run the bottom effectively. You got to be able to run the top, obviously, because the top really comes in strong as the race goes along. So, I think we were good at both last time, or decent at both, I should say. And I think the June race, or June or July, whenever it was, we actually had a better shot at winning that one than we did any of the others. So it's I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good race.
No huge data set this year on intermediate tracks, but how do you feel about your intermediate program right now?
You know, I think we're in pretty good shape. I think, we're close to where we need to be. We just obviously have to fine tune the setups, and fine tune some of the things that it takes to win. But I feel like we're really competitive every time we go to these places, and I don't think that'll change this weekend. I think we'll be pretty similar.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there no matter where the road takes you. Go to HerculesTires.com. There you can find the nearest authorized Hercules retail location to you. Plus, you can use the tire tracker to find out which Hercules tire fits your vehicle the best. That's HerculesTires.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
That's all the time we've got on this week's edition of MRN Out Loud. We want to thank Matt Crafton, the three-time truck champ, talking about his upcoming race on Saturday evening, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, the Wise Power 200, and William Byron, our senior preview correspondent. The Bushy McBush Race 400 and the Cup Series comes your way Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Until next week, I'm Woody Cain saying, see you then.